Alright, y'all, welcome back. We got a review for y'all. Today. Today we looking at the new Abu Garcia um Revo Voltiq. This is the X model, pretty sure. It's the cheapest one. I think it retails around it says about $199, but after taxes you can expect, I say maximum about $215. Also depend on where you live, but you see right here, I got it paired up with my Johnny Moore's Carbon Light from Bass Pro. This is what I use my Shimano Curado on. And today we're gonna be comparing it to the Shimano Colorado. I don't have a rod to put this on, but first thing I can say, this is the 150. There's the 150 and there's the 200. This is the 150. It's about the same size comparison. I'm sure if you went the 150 route instead of the 200, you just didn't want a bigger reel. I don't know if the higher model of this is any bigger. I know the spool is bigger, so I'm guessing the reel itself is a little bit more bigger, but it's size-wise, it's pretty close. This is a lot more squarer, if that makes sense, than the Abu, but about the same size. Now, knob-wise, I have these geometric knob handles on the Shimano. I just installed these. The stock ones are way smaller. And I'll probably say another good thing about the Abu is the handles are already pretty lengthy. Like, let me see if I can get a good. Yeah, they're about the same size. They're almost, yeah, it is a little bit bigger, but you get pretty lengthy knobs from Abu. And I don't know if you ever felt the grips of the Shimano has that like rubbery material. It feels the same way on these right here. Give it that good grip, that good texture, and then the length. Yeah, man, I like what they did with the knobs on this one. I really do. I've tried to see if I can pry this little piece off right here, because I was gonna see if I can put these on just to see, but I wasn't able to take these off. I didn't even really. I just did it. I just put a little, my pliers in there just real quick. I didn't really try to get it up, but yeah. And then, with the Shimano, you get I think the aluminum frame. It's metal. With the Abu, you get I think that carbon material. It's not. I mean it not plasticky. It feels like the rod. It kind of feels like fiberglass, but it's definitely not fiberglass. But it's not, like you would get on the Shimano. You know that metal tough feeling. But I mean, it's not bad. It's definitely lighter. I don't know how it is gonna do with scratches, but it feels good. Another thing is, I guess, the aerodynamics. You know, you got this bulge in this area right here, and then it kind of, you know, swoops down on whatever hand you got. I'm sure if you got the right hand, then it'll be going this way. But it's pretty. It feels good when you palm it. You know, I don't really mind the how it swoops kind of over here. But I will say is if you're going, I like to think a basic bait caster grip. With the little thing right here in between the bottom two. You can't really rest your thumb on this part unless you really bring it up. Like if your grip is kind of like this, your thumb is kind of resting in between here on this line, which could be a good thing. I mean, you only feel spool, but if you like to, rest your thumb up here, you kind of have to move your fingers way up and rest it on here. I like, this grip right here. You know, I have been way too far up and fought a fish. And the whole damn thing just did that. So I like to have my grip kind of 50-50. But with that 50-50 grip, you don't really get to rest your thumb up here. Kind of just sits in here. Which, I mean, it could be, you get to feel your spool a lot. Feel your, your main line running through the little eye. But I don't really know how I feel about it. I'm gonna have to go like this now and just rotate from stopping my spool if I need to feel it or anything. But as far as resting it up here, I have to fully move my grip. It's about up here. I mean, it's cool because you can still, if you move up, you can, sometimes you might need to cast with real one hand, and you still have that top grip for your thumb. But anyways, the body feels good. That bulge, it feels pretty good in your palm. Now, so this is the, I'm just gonna say base model. I think the bearing is 7-1, pretty sure, and then the higher one is 9-1. The ball bearing. I haven't put it out in the water yet, so I can't really tell you the feel of a difference. But 7-1 plus 8-1. Still you're getting good. Now, should you go with this model over the higher one? I'm not sure. I can't really tell you that, but the I don't know what you want to call this. I don't think I've ever seen a reel with, like a grip texture to it. It feels good. Abu always, in my opinion, grip and like aerodynamics, they always were on top. If you ask me, the space, grip that you get from the actual from Abu, the how this right here feels and just the reel in general, you're getting top quality. I feel like they always had that over Shimano, Lose, any, in my personal opinion. It's my second Abu Garcia rod. The first one I had, the Abu Garcia Vintage. It's my first ever real beginner baitcaster. I love that thing. But yeah, right now this rod is a 7-foot medium. What I'm really concerned about is how well it throws light lures. That's what I really, want to know. Because my Shimano over here, I guess it'll throw them, but not nowhere near throwable. If that makes sense. Like, I can throw it, but I'd rather not even pick up, that popper and throw it. I'd rather just not even throw it. Like, miss a fish, I don't give a shit. I don't know. It'll throw it, but it just doesn't. It just don't feel right. Like it's not really that smooth. Well, not smooth. It's just casting distance. You can still bird nest. I just prefer not to throw it. Now I am running 20-pound braid from Cast King. One, I don't even like braid, to be honest. I just tried it on my Shimano, and that's all I had, so I had to rig it up with this. It's 20 pounds. I think the limit of braid test pound is 30. I definitely will not be throwing braid on this if it can throw lighter lures. If it can't throw lighter lures, I don't know. I never thought, you should even have 2 bait casts. I don't see a point in it. Like you got one whole rig for frog. I don't do all that. But yeah, and then you get this. This is, I guess, where the magic happens over here. Now I still haven't figured it out. To be honest, I've been out here all morning playing with it. Only thing I get this, I just don't get the spool tensioner knob. I don't know if it's like a traditional bait caster, where you tighten it and it slowly falls. I don't know if it's like that or if it's like a Shimano. You wiggle it and you tighten it until it doesn't move anymore and it falls fast as hell. I don't know. I'm guessing it's like a traditional. So I kind of do it the traditional way, but let it fall a little bit faster. That's how I got it set up for now. And I might be definitely going to be changing it once, I figure it out. But as far as videos, it's not really a lot. Now, this over here, your brake settings. Apparently, 1, 2, 3. I don't know if you can see this, but apparently 1, 2, 3 is for, the less amount of brakes that you could possibly get. I'm guessing. Now, this could be, I'm pretty sure I've thrown it on one and it's been bird nesting like hell. So I'm guessing that's no brakes. But apparently 1 through 3 is that area. 4 through 6 is apparently the sweet spot for most anglers. I guess 7, 8, 9, 10 is for, the most amount of brake for skipping. Really, really windy conditions. I guess pitching. I guess heavy lures. It's just heavy conditions, I guess. But yeah, I guess that's really it. Right now I got it on 4, and give it a first cast. Yep. Now, to have what I have it on right now is, what you just saw. I have the spool tensioner set up like a traditional bait caster. Let it fall, let it sink slowly. But I got it sinking a little bit faster, then a little slower. And then I got the brake settings on 4. And I'm casting it it's pretty windy. I can't tell you how much the gust is, but it's pretty windy. As you can see by the trees and everything moving. But he's able to cast it. I mean, definitely doesn't go straight. I mean, it's not casting as far directly in the wind or on the ground. And, I got this kind of hill and runoff. It's not casting as far, but I mean, it's casting. Wow, not bird nesting, In my other video, breaking down the Shimano, I said that you shouldn't really get the Shimano if you're looking to not bird nest anymore. It's kind of like whenever the Shimano feels like it is going to throw a bird nest at you. I can't really say the same thing about this. I've been casting this all morning on this setting, and I've been getting these. It's kind of like a kind of bird nest, kind of not. But I'm also on land, the bait hitting when the lure hits the ground, it's hitting solid ground, instead of water. It's a little more softer. And right now I'm throwing this little creature with the little bullet head on it. I will be taking the weight off and just try to throw on it, weightless to see how it throws. But I'm about to start bumping through these gears, you feel me? I'm about to put it on 1. Definitely about to bird nest now. It's windy. It might not. Yeah, it didn't. But I knew if I took my thumb off this spool, it definitely would have bird nest. Now as far as Distance, it went pretty out there, but got to keep in mind I'm on land. You know, I will be getting it out on the water soon. You might see that tomorrow. You know, but yeah, that way, yeah. One is definitely, you looking to bomb some cat, but you just kind of have to be careful. You throw it too hard in the right spot, it will bird nest. Um, yeah, yeah, that's it right there. That's what I wanted. Yeah, uh, I'm not gonna say you shouldn't buy it, the bird nest, because I have it on one. I mean, it's no breaks at all. Uh, but I do think it's maybe just, well, I can't say that because my Shimano is fully tuned. You know, it's fully dialed in. I haven't really messed with. I haven't figured out the right, thing to do with the spool tension or not. But I mean, I have to just get on the water, man. That's where the real test comes from. Really wind conditions. Catching fish on the water versus on land. Oh shit, my damn hook. Is this? I like it. I mean, if you put it on 4 to 5, I really think you can cast all damn day without even have to put your damn thumb on the spool. Just based off those couple of casts. I was out here for like 40 minutes just casting with it on 4. Didn't have to put my hand on that spool once. So, to be honest, I think you can buy this just for, you don't have to thumb the spool. You don't have to worry about bird nesting. Except like the Shimano, you definitely have to worry about it. Well, not worry about it, but it's gonna happen. It's definitely not perfect. But this, you put it on, I got it on 1 right now. Let me try 3. But if you put it on 4, you're good. Now, I mean, I just put it on, like, you can put it on 1 or 3 and kind of not, put your thumb direct hard on there, but kind of, glide it on there. It won't bird nest like that. I mean, but as far as how many times you have to do that before it does, I'm not sure. But put it on 4, as you can see, and the cast, nothing. Did this all day with pretty good distance. Where my rod tip stops at, that's where I went just now. Right there by that little patch, a little crosswalk of grass. But I am casting and directly into the wind. Get another one. That one went a little bit further, right about the tip of my rod. That's where it went. And then the sound is definitely unique. It doesn't immediately, you could tell the brakes doesn't immediately kick in. Like when they were talking about it engaging in like the high RPM, that's definitely true. When you first cast it, it doesn't automatically kick in like the Shimano. It kind of waits till it gets like to the peak. So I'm guessing that's the max RPM, the actual reel in here. The RPMs it reaches, but leave another one. Oh well, it did that time. It immediately kicked in. Some casts, I don't know. I don't know if you put it on 1. Let me try that. Because I know for a fact, sometimes it doesn't automatically kick in like fast. Okay, well that, okay, yeah, my fault. That was my fault. But on this bird nest, cast. It didn't. Oh shit! It didn't immediately kick in. I think when you push it on one, it waits till I don't know mid cast, I guess. But I gotta take this shit out. Fuck, this is why I hate braid. This was fluoro. I would have been had this out. I don't know. That's my opinion. And this shit loops like that. But yeah, definitely 4 through 6 is 100% the sweet spot. That's what I would go. If you're looking to cast this thing all day without having to worry about backlash and not have to put your spool on the thumb, 4 is the way to go. For sure, 4 is the way to go. Here we go. Definitely the way to go. But as far as how the braid's doing on here, me personally, just because I don't like braid, I'm never putting braid on this thing again. Soon as I, buy some more, I'm gonna get me some of that Uzuri fluoro, and I'm spooling up on here. I do not like braid at all. I hate it. The only reason I got it on here because I didn't have a choice. The only reason I got it on the Shimano is to see to give it another chance. And it's doing okay on the Shimano, but I don't love it. Now, let me try to get it again. See. Yeah, there you go. You see, when I let it go, it doesn't immediately kick in. It kind of kicks in like at the peak, of the cast. I'm guessing the actual peak height-wise and the peak of the spool's RPM. I'm gonna give it another one. All right, yeah, I'm done with that. Yeah. You heard it. I'm not. The one is questionable, and it could just be the braid. I don't know, but yeah, when the lower it is on, I guess there's a delay of the actual chip kicking in. I'm not sure why they explained it, but I cannot remember. But when you going from 1 to 4, it immediately kicks in. All right, y'all. That's the unfortunate end of the video. Yeah, if I had to rate this, I would give it a solid 8. Compared against Shimano, I'll give it 7, maybe 8. But next video, we'll be taking it on the water. You know what I'm saying? See how I do. But that's it, man. If y'all like it, y'all want me to try anything other, let me put some wear and tear on it, just let me know in the comments below. You know what I'm saying? Just catch me fishing and signing out. Peace.